If you're over 40 and summer has you feeling bloated, burnt out, and like you're chasing your 25-year-old self, this is the video for you. These are 6 summer habits that were secretly aging me mentally, physically, and emotionally, and what I'm doing instead. Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tracy. I am 50 years old and I'm a lover of all things beauty, fitness, wellness, and just creating your best life and lifestyle, especially if you're over 40. So make sure you tap on that subscribe button, and for everybody, click on that bell notification so you always know when I have a video that goes live. You know, we're diving into the summer habits that I stopped doing. And I was thinking about this. I've actually been thinking about this a lot lately, which is like, one of the things that I love the most about aging is just being more confident in yourself. And I think back to some of the stuff that I did even when I was like in my 30s and even up to about 40 years old. And I'm like, girl, if I could have a little convo with that girl, here's what I would tell her. So that's what we're gonna dive into today. The first habit that I used to do, that I know a lot of you probably used to do as well, which is crash dieting to get that summer body going. I used to treat May like it was a sprint to lose the weight, overhaul my whole fitness routine, everything that I was eating, and go on so many crazy crash diets. And you know what that left me with? Feeling bloated, feeling frustrated, feeling fed up, and quite honestly, being miserable because I wasn't able to do anything, nor was I able to enjoy my life. The beauty of turning 50 is I do not have the time, nor do I have the hormonal bandwidth to do that shiz today. It's just not a possibility for me. Crash diets are so 1995 or early 2000s. They are not chic, they're not good for anyone, and they never ever work in the long term. Now, I know that we've got a new form of this in the form of off-market diabetes drug, those GLP-1 medications that a lot of people are using. I'm not anti them. In fact, I did a whole video about them, which you can check out after this video, but you've got to habit change. So here's the habit that I do now, which is eating well all year long, right? Then when summer comes, guess what? You're not freaking out, you're not stressed out, you're not trying to overhaul your whole life and your body. Because let me ask you, did that ever work for you? Probably not, unless you were stacking it with habit-changing things. Now, I am always looking to upgrade, and I'm always having to modify what I'm doing. Now, especially now at 50 years old, focusing on protein, huge, making sure that I keep my muscle tone, making sure that I'm using resistance training in almost every single one of my workouts now, huge, and making sure that I'm eating lots of fruits and vegetables, especially the vegetables. But in the summertime, I love peaches, I love figs, I love all those amazing summer fruits, so eat them. They are wonderful for your body, your skin, your hydration, all the good things. What your mom and your dad and your grandma told you is really accurate. Keep it really simple. Eat real food and you will not have any of this summertime stress, and you're going to feel better. Now, I know it's not so easy here, especially in the United States, with the quality of our food and, you know, kind of faux marketing that makes things look healthy that really aren't, but read your labels. Subscribe to this channel. I'm always going to help you out, and just do your due diligence, but keep it very simple. You do not have to overhaul your whole life, but you do want to make overall good choices all year long so that when summertime comes, your biggest decision is, what color bathing suit should I buy? Now, this is a funny habit, but I'm telling you, it's real, and if you know, you know. And habit number 2 that I stopped doing, that I totally quit, was using natural deodorants that don't work. Now, I live in Miami, it's hot. I mean, right now I have to say, where I'm standing in my house, it's very covered, and I feel like, ooh, it feels good, it's warm, the heat doesn't really bother me. But when I tell you, years ago, when I switched over to natural deodorants and I tried them all, there were ones that were so ineffective. They made me smell worse than if I was using nothing at all. How did that happen? I have no idea. Where you're literally like, is somebody cooking onions, or am I standing in a ditch? Because that's exactly what it smells like, and nobody wants that. A while back, I found Primally Pure, and it is a natural deodorant that actually works and keeps me smelling fresh. I'm talking about even on the hottest day in Miami, I still smell really good and I feel incredibly fresh. So Primally Pure uses a short list of natural and effective, not just clean ingredients. They use baking soda, which neutralizes odor-causing bacteria, arrowroot powder, which absorbs moisture without blocking sweat glands, tallow from grass-fed cows, organic coconut oil, which is antibacterial and hydrating, beeswax, which keeps the texture really nice and smooth and also adds a little bit of antibacterial protection, and essential oils for natural scent. And all Primally Pure deodorants are free from aluminum, synthetic fragrances, and all the nasty stuff that none of us want to use. So it's really great if you are trying to find a really clean and effective deodorant that smells amazing, keeps you feeling fresh, but it doesn't have a huge toxic load or takes your hormonal balance off kilter from using creepy ingredients. And I'm always a huge fan of a female-founded business, and the founder of the company, Bethany, was a farmer's wife and just wanted to create products for herself that were cleaner, more effective, and just made her feel her best. We love that. So if you want to check out Primally Pure and you're looking for a really good, clean deodorant that's going to make you smell amazing, check out Primally Pure. Everything is going to be linked down below in the description box, and when you use code 15 Tracy, you'll save 15%. So the next big habit that I kicked so hard, and I used to really fall prey to this, especially in my early to mid 30s, was saying yes to every single social event. And look, in those days, I lived in New York, and really in the wintertime, you kind of felt cooped up, right? You're like inside all the time, probably not doing as much. So once you have that first like 70-degree day, the entire city is outside, and we're all having Aperol spritzes and like living our best life. But here's the thing. If you overschedule yourself and you overcommit yourself, especially at this stage of your life, you're gonna feel like crap. And I know this because I have had to learn major boundaries. This is one of the times when I love to pull the mom card, which is, look, I have young kids and I just can't be everything or go to everything or be everything for everyone, because I value myself, I value my health, and I wanna show up as the best mom and the best wife, and I have to show up for my business. So you just can't do all the things. So this is your reminder that no is a complete sentence, and if you are overcommitting and saying yes to things that really inside you just don't want to do, no more of that. Let's be grown-ups together and just say no. Thank you so much for the invitation. It sounds like a lovely event. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend, but I'll be here cheering you on. Literally, it's that simple. In fact, today I was supposed to go to something, and I just was like, do I feel like driving there? Do I want to take the time? I'm sure the event is going to be amazing, but I was like, I've got a lot going on right now, and I just can't on a Monday take time off. So I didn't. Now, this next one is one that you've heard me likely talk about before, especially if you're not new around here. And if you are new around here, hello and welcome. I used to believe that sweating myself skinny was the recipe for having the perfect summer body. By now, we all know that you have to include more strength training and resistance training, especially once you get into your 40s. So as much as you want to just do your little cardio and dance around and do all that, that's great, and it's wonderful for your heart health, and there's many benefits. However, what's really going to have you have a sculpted, strong, and slimmer looking physique is having more muscle. And that's what I'm absolutely obsessed with now. And here's the other thing. I'm not focused on being skinny anymore. I'm focused on being strong. I'm focusing on my longevity. I'm focused on maintaining and increasing my muscle tone. And you do that by increasing your strength and resistance training workouts. Now, I do not lift super heavy. Super controversial, I know. Get active in the comments, because people are gonna have a lot of things to say, but here's the deal. I've been a trainer for over 25 years. So lifting heavy, yes, that can be super beneficial, but let me remind you, using something like a weighted vest during your workouts makes you the resistance. I also love doing Pilates on the reformer, and there is research, it's really hard to come by, that those springs, like one red spring, when it's really pressed out and stretched out to its fullest resistance, that it can be about 50 pounds. There are exercises that we do where we use 3 red springs. So you might be doing, like, if you're lying down and doing footwork on the bar, which is kind of like doing a quad press in the gym, kind of, a little bit different, but still, that's like about 150 pounds. And it's so funny because I actually have a neighbor who is a trainer, and I did a couple like regular strength training sessions with her, and I was like, I just want to see how my body feels. And she was like, oh my gosh, you are so strong. And I was like, yeah, it's because I do TBT and I do Pilates. And I realized that my body didn't like how I felt from lifting heavier weights. I did probably about 3 sessions with her, and I was like, this just doesn't feel good on my body. Now, I'm not telling you not to do that, but if you're a girly like me who is like, it just doesn't feel right for my body, there are other ways to maintain and even improve your muscle tone. That's why I have TBT, my fitness membership and community. We really focus on compound movements that are going to really increase your strength, and it's the perfect workout program for women over the age of 40. Are you busy? Well, guess what? Most of the workouts are 30 minutes or less. And like I said, pretty much every single workout focuses on compounding those exercises. So you're doing strength and resistance training with the right kind of cardio. I also have a special opportunity for those of you in my YouTube family. It's a special discount just for you guys. It's actually 40% off. So you can just click on the description box down below and you'll see all the details there for your special opportunity to start TBT today. So in case you're new here, I'm a mom, but I had my daughter when I was almost 45 years old, okay? And so I was obviously an older mom, although in New York, that's like normal age, but here in Miami, it definitely makes you like an older mom. There is no way I can compare myself now at 50 years old to my 25-year-old child-free body. There's just no way to do it. And again, this is one of the things that I love about aging. I'm not trying to get my body back because I will never get my body back. My body is changed forever, and in my eyes, for the better, right? I feel like, you know, my hips got just a little bit wider. I feel more strong. I feel more confident in my body, and, you know, I just love my body. It gave a human life, right? So don't compare yourself to old pictures. You know, even in like when people come to me and they want weight loss, I say, listen, you can't get your body back, but what we can do instead is start focusing on what's the best version of me now that is doable and sustainable. That's really key. You can do all kinds of crazy things, right, to lose weight or to, you know, get fit. You can work out 4 hours a day, but are you gonna really sustain that? No, unless like you are, you know, a Hollywood actor and that is like literally your full-time job, but even still, that's not healthy. But here's what you can do is figure out what's the best version of me now. And if you're holding on to clothes that haven't fit you in a decade, if you are, you know, thinking that you'll never be able to wear a bathing suit, I am begging, pleading with you right now, wear it now. Life is now. So just own your body, own your curves, own your cellulite. 90% of women have cellulite, right? Just own it. Like my stomach, my abs are strong. They're very strong and I'm super appreciative, but I don't know that I'll ever have that like super, super sleek look that I had before having my baby and now being in menopause for 2.5 years. I am not complaining. I know that I look great, I feel great, but my permission slip for you too is please don't do that. You know, we are a community here of women and I'm so proud of us because we really know that we can look and feel our best at any age and any stage of life. And that's why I love our YouTube family, because just by you being here, I know that you're committed to just feeling your best, looking your best. And what does that mean for you personally? It's not gonna be your 20 years ago self. It's not gonna be you when you're in high school, right? You now. How can you improve and get just a little bit better today so that you feel your best? It's that simple. And the 6th habit that I absolutely stopped doing is what I like to call somedaying my life away. You know, I think back to when I was in my late 20s and even early 30s when I started just kind of getting like my footing in life and kind of trying to get my stuff together. And I would always tell myself like, oh, I'll go on that trip when life calms down. Oh, I'll have that experience that I know I want to have when life gets a little bit slower. And now being 50 years old, one thing I can tell you is life isn't any slower at all. In fact, I feel like my life now is like going a million miles an hour, which is not a bad thing. It just means that I'm juggling a lot of things. So rather than somedaying your life away, make the things that you really want to do, that you want to accomplish, that you want to experience a priority now. That's the only way. Like at the end of your life, I'm not going to be on my deathbed saying like, oh, I should have worked more. I shouldn't have taken that trip to Italy, right? No way. I'm going to say like, wow, what beautiful experiences I had with my family, with my friends, with all these people that I love. That's what really matters. So please don't someday your life away. Now, some of you might know this. I actually have, if Italy is on your bucket list, kick that bucket and get the information for my La Dolce Vita retreat that I'm hosting. It's super, super intimate, and it's going to be in May of 2026. Now, I know that might feel like, oh, that's forever from now, but that way it's on the calendar for you. And it's a really super, like I said, intimate group. We are doing it in Città della Pieve, which is in Umbria. It's kind of right on the Tuscany border. It is truly like my favorite thing to do is host this like reset. It's a reset, it's a retreat. It's what I like to think of as like coming back to you. So no more bucket listing. If this is something that's on your dance card and you know that you want to experience this and you'd like to do it with me, definitely save your spot because the spaces are open now. And once it's sold out, it's totally sold out. And that's going to be in 2026. So join me in Italia. So that's what I have for you. You are amazing. You are awesome. I love summertime. It's my season. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time. Like I said, let's get active in the comments. Let me know what's one thing that you are going to stop someday in your life away and get into action now. And let me know which of these tips was most valuable to you, or if I missed anything, let me know that too. If you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, check out this video next, and I'll see you there.